Peoples, Roger Silvera, VP of Finance for the core leadership of the Dream Team inside of Empowered Network. We want to welcome you to another episode of Dream Team Domination. I am filling in for Bruce Brian Felton this evening, and we are truly excited because tonight we got the young phenom by the name of young Brittane Padilla, Queen Brittane Padilla, as she would go for. And we are truly excited because she is really lacing it up in her business. She got her track shoes on. She is really excited about what she's doing. And tonight she's going to share more of the how-tos, okay? And so I'm truly excited about what she's going to be sharing this evening in terms of specifics and how she's driving results in her business. Every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do our show. And we highlight the success stories of individuals that are in our organization that are consistently getting results, that are consistently on the charts, that are consistently for their families. And again, results are not typical. You can see our income disclosure at empowerednetwork.com/income. And so we want you to get a feel for what we do in our family and how we raise leaders from the bottom up. And Brittane's no different. She's come in with a fresh perspective. She's coming with a fresh focus. And tonight, she's going to share specifically what she has done to create, hear this out, 9 enrollments, 9 or sign-ups in her first 2 weeks in business. And that is, to me, is extraordinary because what's different about the network marketing industry is that it's exact opposite. A person usually doesn't come in a network marketing industry. This is usually typical, okay? But Brittane's not typical, of course. Now, usually in the network marketing industry, somebody comes and for her to have 9 enrollments in 2 weeks is extraordinary. But here's the thing, she's extraordinary. So you're going to hear from her tonight. And so without further ado, I'm going to pass it on to the lovely Queen Brittane Padilla out of Chicago. What's going on, sis?
Oh, hi, King. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Phenomenal introduction. I appreciate you greatly. You know, everyone has been so gracious and so great since my journey began. And I'm so blessed to be a part of it, you know, and great people are really, they're hard to come by, especially when money is involved.
What we're going to do tonight is we want to let you kind of run the show just a little bit, kind of give you just sort of, where you come from, your story, and then getting into maybe some specifics about what you've been doing. And you are able to share your screen here, as you can see on the left-hand side. You're able to share your screen. And so without further ado, I'm going to let you take it away, and I kind of interject here and give my perspective, and we'll kind of go from there. How's that sound?
Different things of that sort, but I grew up the only child, so a lot of my life, I was reading a lot, and just different things of that sort. So I already kind of had a business mind from a young age. So naturally, growing up, outdoors. My little boy is kind of busting in on me right now.
Pattern interrupt.
Definitely pattern interrupt, but basically,
turn up the lights.
But I just basically, always knew that, I was going to be a businesswoman. And that ultimately, thank you. But ultimately, I always knew that I was destined to be in business. So going and learning different jobs, things of that sort, I could never really get comfortable with a job. I could never really find anything that I wanted to do. So I wanted to create something for myself. So I branched off into insurance. And I was in the financial world for a while, but it was like, I just had a baby. I was gone from 8 in the morning to 8 at night. I had gotten married, so my husband was at home with the baby, what I got to do. So it was a lot. So I really was looking for something different. The companies before, and it just really just didn't seem to work for me because I couldn't sell tea, and do that for, until now, you know what I'm saying? And I just absolutely just fell in love with it. I guess that's the beginning of my beautiful journey here. I'm a writer, a poet, different things of that nature now. So naturally, I just really just fit right into it, and it just married itself. Now divorced, 2 little boys under 5, As you can see, it's very real at my house. It means I'm working, you know. So, but you know, I love it. I love it. It's flexible and I'm real. You know, the results are real, the people are real, and I'm really wanting to help individuals reach their goals. And that's really where I begin. You know, I came to the light, you know, in regards to there was a better way. And I'm trying to take as many people with me.
Right. You know, it's funny that you say, you've had a long journey with, the kids and, being married and things of that nature. And obviously, for all the married couples, for all the people that are booed up, quote unquote, including me, we have something to look forward to, marriage life and things of that nature. For all the married couples out there that are wondering, you know what, I want to get our time back. I want to learn how to maybe spend more time with their kids. Obviously, you being now a single mom, it's going to resonate with them. And this is a message that can resonate with anybody, because one of the things that we focus on is two things. Number one is time freedom and money freedom. And those with a lot of money typically don't have a lot of time, and the exact opposite is true. And in a business like this, you really have the opportunity to create leverage. And so, by building an organization, by building, a sound team, that's one of the beauties about this particular industry, is that you really have the opportunity to create some strong passive income. And again, no income is guaranteed. Results are not typical. And somebody's blowing up my doggone thing. Hold on one second. Hold on. Go to. Hold on a second. Go to Facebook group link. Sorry about that. Got some stragglers that need to get on the right thing. All right. So one of the things I will share with you guys is that Brittany's going to share tonight what she has done specifically. So sis, go ahead and kind of let people know, when you first got started, how did you prepare for being in business, and then did you create the results that you created, in 9 signups in 2 weeks? We're all interested in learning about what you did specifically to generate those types of results.
I'm completely brand new, to the online industry in itself. I came in with one expectation. Okay, I've been wanting to do that. But really, it was just, my mentors and sponsors that really just listening to what they told me to do. Naturally, we think we know it all, we're going to gravitate and do other different things. But when you have a proven system that really just tells you what to do, the best thing to do is just to do what the gurus are doing, right? The people that are creating the results that do what they are doing. So basically, I just took that upon myself, just to really just zone in on what they were telling me to do, and really just about doing drawn out conversations, how your mom and the kids and the dogs and different things. Even though, like, I have built relationships with people and they do like send pictures of their kids and different things of that sort, which is nice. But really, when you're trying to make money and you're trying to close a sale for that day, or whatever it is that you might be trying to do with effect, or stacking, so basically, for me, and really strong, and that's always my interest, because I really feel that way about people. And then it's like a pattern interrupt for most people, because they're like, oh wow, like, why do you say that, or why do you call me that? And so then I might go into that just a little bit about how I feel internally, that we all have that royalty that's within us. And so then they're open, and we're just kind of maybe there might be some small talking between there, about that too. Okay, I'm here, I'm an online business developer, whatever that case may be, and really get them asking questions. Not only asking questions, but me interacting with them. So it's more or less like a conversation. I'm not just shooting 1,000,001 questions at that person looking for a response. It's a very open flowing type of thing, but we're engaging in one another. So you're really open to whatever that ending result might be, which is ultimately the sale, right? So it's just the questions. What are your desires? What is your heart really about? Like, if you could quit your job and do this one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Everyone needs that digital presence. Everyone needs that place on the internet that they can call home. We know that Facebook isn't going anywhere. We know that YouTube isn't going anywhere. But ultimately, people want to be able to relate to you. They want to be able to find you on other places on the internet. And I use that as a tactic to say, you need this. fun, it's addictive, and people can relate to it, you know, and it has, you know, different levels of flexibility.
And you have 2 kids. So.
Right, you definitely will be coming on it just one.
That's hilarious, man. For all those that are watching, this is what you got to look forward to when you get.
Right. Okay, so.
Well, guys, you know, one of the things that I took away from what she said was, you know, relating to people and being, you know, sort of connecting on a very, very deep level, where, you know, they know that she's a real person coming from her at all. It's all about relatability. You know, how can you build relationships? Well, actually, not even really relationships. There's a term called rapport and responsiveness. And how can you build rapport quickly with somebody to get them to trust you, okay? And that's what she really did, right? She really created enough rapport and responsiveness with people that they naturally began to trust you. And now there's something that I always learned from my mentor, and he said, listen, first and foremost, they must like you. Then they must trust you in order for them to do business with you. And it can't be any other way. It's got first they must like you. If they don't like you, they will never trust you. And if they don't trust you, you sure as hell ain't gonna get no business. So, from what I've heard is that you've really got learn how to build a high degree of rapport and responsiveness early on, especially when you meet somebody new. This is what I'm gathering from you about their family. You're willing to find out about who they are, what are their core desires, and you're willing to drill enough to find something that's of pain to them. Especially when you talked about, you know, we've got, YouTube is not going anywhere and Facebook's not going anywhere. How can we utilize or how can we take these platforms and help the small business owner get more revenue dollars on their bottom line, or get more leads, or get more traffic, whatever their desiring is, but it comes down to what their core desire is. So it sounds like you've got a really strong ability to build rapport and responsiveness that end up turning into very strong relationships over time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, and even from the video content that I upload, you know what I mean? And really just the different things that I post on my wall and different things like that, which a lot of times people, they do come to me and they're just inquiring, you know, what is it that you do? You know, what is it? You know, you look so happy. And not everyone might look at, or I'm sorry, and not everybody might, you know, like your comment, your post, or they might not actually comment on it, but like if you look on the videos, like there might be 200-300 views on it. People have actually looked at it at least midway. So people will come into the inbox and they might be inquiring about, like, well, you know, what you said really touched me, and then ultimately, you know, forward that message on to someone else, and then that just gets curiosity going, like, what is this? Why are you doing this? You know, and then that's really an open-ended question for me to say, I love what I do, and it helps in revenue. You know, you spend so much time on Facebook, Instagram, Google Plus, Pinterest, you know, all that is that to make some money. So I use that a lot when, like, say if I'm going out and I'm doing like an offline type thing, which I do a lot of offline because I'm such an extrovert type person. So, you know, like I just kind of bring that energy with me. You know, and I have a few business cards or whatever. It has like some different places where you can find me. And I might walk up to a queen. I'm like, hey, you know, you are beautiful, or your hair is pretty. Or she might be on Facebook and just like, oh, you know, you spend so much time, like, you do that on Facebook. You know, are you pretty active on your social media? Pull them into my world, and then they might go to my page. They might see a video. They might see some different pictures, and ultimately, I cried in a bar with one woman, you know, because she was a single mom.
What you just said is that you could relate to people, you know, and you're just the energy that you have is infectious.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I believe that you're successful, is because no one wants to be around dead energy. If
right.
You come to business and you say, and this is, and I've been an entrepreneur since 2000, okay. And, you know, there's some years that I didn't do well. There's some years I did extraordinarily well. But I noticed where I started personal development. And I know one thing that you had mentioned in an earlier conversation, this week on Monday, was that you always are consistently feeding your mind on a daily basis with good audio, reading, but it's translating into the way you communicate. It's the way that you relate to people, in a sense, from the stuff that it's basically getting engraved subconsciously, and you're starting to adapt to a new you, a new mindset, right? And as a result, it's quicker to generate results because it's effortless, right? And the thing is, when new networkers come into this industry, typically they're so excited, but they don't have this quote unquote controlled excitement. And I think you do, where you know how to relate to people in a way where it's just natural. What most people don't know how to do is they spew things at people. Well, it's blah 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 to get started, and it's this and that. People don't want to know about all that. What they do want to know is you got 2 kids, you had that lady crying in that bar, right? But she felt your story. She felt your story. She wanted to know who you are. And the bottom line is that, you know what, she's a real person with real things going on in her life, and she said, you know what, I want to learn how I can partner up with you. If you had a solution to her, then she was more willing to go out and get it from you. She's like, you know what, I feel like I can develop a friendship, a long-term business relationship. And the thing is, and you're not even trying to even be friends in the beginning. You're just trying to build enough rapport to get them to trust you. Right. And so I think you're doing it so naturally, where because it's a byproduct. That's a network marketing function, conference, any capacity. Have you ever been to an event in this industry?
And some people it takes a little bit more, but ultimately the relationship is there. So I always stress I want it to be their decision. A lot of times when I've seen, like, when you strong arm someone into doing something, or coerce them or manipulate them to believe that they're in a certain space in their life that they're really not, they don't stay. And anyone that locks on me, I want them not to only stay but to be successful. And you have to already be a certain type of person to really move forward in that and execute properly. So I mean, a lot of it, it is relationship building, and they do trust me, and I love it, and my heart is in it, and I believe that they can see that and they can hear that, either through the audio, or like I might send like all these multimedia earners, Tracy Walker, for me to be able to send them a message on Facebook and they respond, and they're like, well, how can I help you? And I'm like, you know what, Queen, you've already done everything you need to do to help me. I just want to get to where you are, and you just being here and to talk. She wanted to see my face. Like, she's like, I love you so much, I just want to see your face. I'm like, well, my kids are running around, just so you know, but I'll jump on a Skype with you. And she's like, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly excited. We have thoroughly enjoyed tonight's Dream Team Domination with Queen Brittane Padilla, and we are truly looking forward to the next session, as Mr. Bruce Bryan-Felt will be back next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself and Queen Brittane, we say take care, God bless, and we'll see you guys on the beaches of the world, and definitely
we have is all powerful. And if you don't know what to do with that kind of power, or you don't want to use it, then you're going to be in trouble. So it's best that you do stay wherever you are, because we go in places quickly.
Right.